In the opening scene, we see some police officers going inside a building in a hurry. They see that there is a ghost in this building. When one of the officers tries to open a door, his hand gets frozen and he screams for help. When these officers break the door and enter a meeting room, they see all the people there were frozen in ice, except for an iron ball that was moving. As soon as the officer touches this ball to check it, all the people who were frozen here break down and die. Two shining eyes are seen inside the ball, which was of a ghost, after which the scene is cut, and we are shown the scene after 120 years, where a team of Ghostbusters is shown fighting the ghost to catch him and protect the city from other ghosts like him. In order to control this dragon ghost, first of all, Phoebe comes out of her car with a laser gun and attacks this ghost with a laser to catch the ghost. But the ghost does not come under her control. Then her brother takes out a small robotic device from the car and tries to catch this ghost. But when these people fail in this, Callie, their team leader, very cleverly sends her drone over this ghost and finally controls this ghost. In order to catch this ghost, they did not pay attention to the road, and due to this, they had done a lot of damage to the road. Because of all this damage, they are called to the mayor, who tells them that the Ghostbusters are doing a lot of damage to the city. If this continues, their work will be stopped. In response, the Ghostbusters justify that they were saving the city from ghosts. But according to the mayor, this was not going to happen. The mayor first tells the group to remove Phoebe because she is only 15 years old and is not yet mature for this job. The Ghostbusters try to convince the mayor, but he had already made his decision. These people now come to Callie's house. Phoebe seems upset with her group because, agreeing to the mayor's words, they had taken her out of her group for a while. Here, the Ghostbusters tell her that it is only a matter of 3 years, then we will take you with us in every mission. In the basement of Callie's house, they had made a whole pipeline to imprison ghosts. He was about to put their imprisoned ghost here, but suddenly this machine stopped working. Callie and her partner manage this machine with great difficulty and succeed in this thing so that the rest of the ghosts are not free from here. Then the scene is cut, and we are shown a shop where things related to ghosts are sold. Here, a boy comes to sell the same metallic ball, which we had seen in the first scene of the movie. As soon as the shopkeeper starts checking a ghost inside this ball, then suddenly there is an earthquake in his shop. Everything starts falling. Even his machine to check the ghosts also breaks. The ball was kept where it was. The table also freezes under it. It breaks, and the ball falls down from there. The effect of this ball's power also happened to Callie's house basement, where these people used to imprison ghosts in pipelines. Suddenly, there was a big hole in her house. This is where Callie's son was trying to catch a ghost in her house. As soon as the boy starts catching the ghost passes over him, deceives him, and runs away from here. He quickly tells his team about the ghost's escape, and everyone goes to catch the ghost, leaving Phoebe alone here. Phoebe picks up her chessboard and goes outside. When she starts playing chess, she notices that the ghost was playing chess with her. First, Phoebe felt strange, but she continues to play. Shocked, the ghost comes in front of her and asks her, "Don't you get scared of me?" Phoebe tells her that it's her daily job. The next day, we see that Callie has called a ghost engineer to her house to fix her ghost pipelines. The engineer sees her pipelines and tells her that there was an attack here once because of overcrowding of the ghosts. He tells her that it's not a matter of worry because he has made a new base for the ghosts. They all come to his base, where they all do research on ghosts, and also capture them in the same pipelines. This was very interesting for the Ghostbusters. Then the ghost engineer also shows the Ghostbuster a machine in which, if you put anything which is under the control of the ghost in it, its ghost comes out through the machine. After this process, the machine itself did the job of capturing the ghost. Seeing this, the Ghostbusters were impressed with it. The Ghostbusters come to their house, where they got a mission to catch another ghost. Phoebe had also been left alone at home, where she gets a call from an emergency hotel to catch the ghost. She had already left here to catch it with her companion. On the other hand, we see that the ghost engineer has now placed the ball in his machine, which we saw at the start of the movie. to extract its ghost. But the ball's power was very dangerous, and as soon as the ball is placed in the machine, this ball starts to move. A small ghost, and instead of being trapped in the other machine, it enters the ball again. Seeing this, when the ghost engineer moves forward to catch the ball, his hand freezes, along with the machine. On the other side, Phoebe, who had come to the restaurant to catch the ghost, sees that it is the same ghost that had played chess with her a while ago. To catch this ghost, she attacks it with a laser stick, but the ghost escapes from here and the hotel suffer a huge loss. She was forbidden to catch the ghosts and came back home failed. She sees that the ghost was at her house and she was talking to her. She was surprised to see the ghostly pipelines of her house. Phoebe tells her that this belongs to her grandfather, and they keep the ghosts locked here. The ghost that came out of the metallic ball, without being visible, talked to a ghost named Melody. In response, Melody told him to be patient until she gets his job done through this girl. It is shown that a brother of Phoebe was still trying to catch the same green ghost. Before he could still catch this ghost, their house shakes suddenly. When they all come down and check, they find out that someone had tried to freeze and break their ghost pipeline. On the other hand, in the ghost base, the ghost engineer shows his colleagues that when this ball is burned, it freezes instead of melting. And if it went closer to the ghosts, then all the ghosts would come to it like a magnet. This is the first time they have seen such a powerful thing. They now, to find out about this ball, for this, they go to the house of the owner of this metal ball, who tells them that the metal ball belonged to his grandmother, who is now dead. He then brings them to a strange room in his house, where the old soldier's stuff was kept. They now come to their lab with this boy, where an expert starts testing this boy to see if he is also connected to a ghost or if he has any other powers. Here they notice that as the boy's emotions change, the flame behind him was affected. Here it is shown that Phoebe is with the same shopkeeper who used to buy ghosts. They were also worried about the powers of the same metal ball, where the shopkeeper's assistant comes and tells them about a YouTuber who used to talk about ghosts. He also had a ghost library. Phoebe thinks that he must know something about this ball. They all go to meet him, and as soon as they show him a picture of the ball, seeing its picture, the man recognizes the ball. He recognizes the language written on the ball. These people now find out by translating the language of the ball that there is a very powerful ghost on this ball, whose name is Garaka, who was also known as the Ice King. A king of the world summoned this Ice King to the world so that he could rule the world with the help of this ghost. The king was successful in his work, but now the king was greedy. He wanted to capture Garaka and take his powers himself. Seeing the king do this, Garaka became very angry, and in anger, he froze the entire army of the king. Garaka's anger had increased so much that now he could destroy the whole world. To save the world from him, the Fire Master came forward, who had the power to control the fire. He finally defeated Garaka, melted him, and locked him in the ball. After that, the Fire Master was responsible for protecting the ball. At the same time, this man also plays Garaka's recording. When these people were listening to the recording, suddenly, a red-colored ghost named Possessor, while controlling their instruments, packs all the recordings and puts in the trash can. And all of them run behind him to catch the recording. Then he runs away with the trash bag. As they came out of the building, the red-colored ghost was here in a lion statue. Before he could attack them in the form of the lion, Phoebe attacks him with her electric gun, which breaks the statue. Garaka's recording breaks, and there is destruction here again. That's why Phoebe is arrested by the police again. Because of Phoebe's mistake, the entire Ghostbuster group was now going to be punished. The mayor says that now, no more Ghostbusters will work in this city. Even Callie's house was sealed, inside which these people used to imprison ghosts. Along with that, the police also took control of all the laser guns of the Ghostbusters. Here it is shown that the man from the ghost library tells the owner of the ball that he is a fire master. He had responsibility to take care of that ball. He shouldn't have sold it, and because you sold it, Garaka has become so powerful. Before Garaka brings any trouble to this world, he will have to know his powers so that you can control that ball. This man had no idea. He says, How will I do it? I have never done it before. As soon as he points his finger at the burning fire, he sees that the fire was moving like his gestures without any difficulty. This thing has surprised him. Here Phoebe, due to putting her group in trouble, was very sad, meets the ghost in the sadness, who has become her friend to a large extent. Phoebe tells her that she always does something wrong. She is very bad. In response, the ghost says, "It is not like that at all." She takes her inside her ghost base and says, "Let me show you magic." Phoebe enters into the ghost chamber and asks her to turn on the machine, in which as soon as a human goes inside, her soul has come out of her body. After that, the ghost says to Phoebe, "Forgive me. I am taking advantage of your goodness." As soon as she says this, we are shown that some dark powers came out of the metal ball here, and they control Phoebe's body and her soul. And this dark power was none other than Garaka. Because of his release, there was a lot of mess here. When the people of the ghost base come here, they see Garaka and attack him with their laser gun. But Garaka had already frozen this laser gun. Before these people could catch Garaka, he ran away from here. After that, it is shown that Garaka has gone to the Fire Master's house, where Garaka was imprisoned for so many years. From here, Garaka takes his horns back and puts them on his head so that all these powers come back. And now he was ready to take his old revenge on the king. His goal was to freeze this world and take it under his control. Meanwhile, he had brought a snowstorm into the whole world. The air, the road, everywhere snow had spread. Seeing this condition of the city, all the Ghostbusters gather on the ghost base. The owner of the ghost library tells them that this snowstorm has been brought by Garaka, and only a Fire Master can control Garaka. And they have also found the Fire Master, who shows them a candle burning without any lighter. Seeing this, the Ghostbusters did not have much faith in him. They pick up some suits and laser guns of the latest model and get ready to fight the ghosts. To stop all these Ghostbusters, the Red Ghost came here, who could control all the machines. While controlling a car of their latest model, starts attacking a Ghostbuster with a laser. Before the Ghostbuster's partner dies with this attack, the Fire Master bends this laser with his powers and saves the child. After that, when these people attack the Red Ghost with their laser, the Red Ghost goes inside a pizza, and here a Green Ghost, who could not get out of his house, eats this ghost too with this pizza. They survive one of them. After which, to face the other ghost, Phoebe goes to her basement, where this ghost was apologizing to Phoebe. She says that I had no other choice. My only purpose was to free myself. Phoebe tells her that you are wrong. Goodness could also be your way. Why did you choose this wrong path, because of which the whole world is in trouble now? Now these people were talking when Garaka breaks the wall from behind and comes inside, where all the Ghostbusters together attack them with lasers. But Garaka breaks and freezes everyone's lasers. Garaka had now broken the pipeline from his power, in which these people imprisoned the ghosts. All the ghosts left from here and spread all over the city and started harassing people. Before Garaka does any more destruction here, Phoebe's other friend burns a matchstick here and goes ahead of the Fire Master. This Fire Master increases the flame with his power, and with the help of his powers, he attacks Garaka. Garaka was getting weak from this attack. Seeing him getting weak, all the Ghostbusters together attack him with their lasers, which puts him in their control. To fully control him, a Ghostbuster tells him to turn on the ghost pipeline, which was already broken. These people, because of some hope, when they turn it on, it starts working luckily. This machine had now trapped a lot of monsters with Garaka. As soon as he was imprisoned, his powers started decreasing. The snow started to be removed from this world. Phoebe's friend, who helped them defeat Garaka, comes to Phoebe and tells her that she was right. Good can also be the way to freedom. And look, I am free. She is now in the afterlife from this world. As soon as these people come out of their ghost base, the whole city was standing to appreciate them because they saved their lives. The mayor, who didn't like Ghostbusters at all, had to praise them in front of everyone and also gave permission to Phoebe to work with her team. And with this group of Ghostbusters is very happy. Now, as we know, by attacking Garaka's ghost pipeline, a lot of ghosts were freed. That's why Ghostbusters had a lot of work to catch all these ghosts. Story ends here by showing it.